Hello. This is King Hair Podcast, episode 7. Let's go. 30 minutes. 10 minutes if you're here on social. 30 minutes YouTube and Spotify, things like that. Post every day on YouTube, 6 a.m. And Spotify and other platforms of podcasts. And you'll see it on my Anchor link down below or in the descriptions. Today I have talking points, of course. There's a lot of things I could talk about. I always have a lot of things to talk about. I wanted today to be productive, which it wasn't quite productive. It was very slow, same as usual yesterday, but I didn't really get any music done before this recording. But it's also like, I think it's okay for me to just say that this week has just been like a whole rest week for me. But I'm not satisfied with the answer. That feels like a really big excuse for me because I feel like I should be getting more done. But it feels like a really big excuse for me to say that this is a rest week. But that is kind of true. I'm like resting this whole week basically. But even though I'm pumping out content or like podcasts and doing dances here and there and doing music on the side, I feel like my music should be done already, but it's going so slow. Okay, well, anyways, but growing pains, getting things done one step at a time. We're gonna get there. Let's just keep at it. Let's finish it up tonight. Let's finish it up tomorrow, etc., etc. Tomorrow is Monday, so there's Music Mondays with Rise. So I'll be going to Rise and working on music and sharing with everybody and also just seeing where everybody's at. Hopefully I'll be able to finish my original that I'm trying to do right now and then make a new original because I feel like I want to make a new one with different vibes, different feelings. But let's see how it goes. Today I do have some talking points. Let's see. Let's see what I say. Starting points of singing and making music. How many times? Okay. So, like I said, when making music or recording yourself, I think to myself like, how many times does it actually take? Like, of course, you hear the artist do the recording once, and you hear the song once, and you hear it, but if you think about it, how many times did that artist have to practice that line? Or how many times that artist had to practice lines like so? Or how many times did they have to practice to the point where they could just do that line straight off the bat? And that got me thinking because as I'm making my own music, as I'm recording lyrics and trying to make it better than the last one and trying to make it sound like I want it to sound and also have it connect from how it sounds like in my head to how it sounds like in the recording, trying to connect the two so that this recording sounds good and the sound in my head makes sense to me. But thinking about it, like how many times did the artist that sing this piece had to do it so that it made sense to them? Or not even that too, but not just that song, but how many times did they have to practice to get to that point to where they could do this in one run? I was like, that actually brings up a lot of good points. And that's like showing growth, and that's like showing how good you are as a singer, what level you're at, and basically that's the degree that I was thinking about as I was like considering like how come it's taking me so long to do these recordings? How come I feel like I'm so lazy? How come I feel like this should be faster but it's not that fast? And it's just like it's just one line, or it's just like it's just one verse, or it's just like it's just one song. Why is it taking me so long to just hit record, get it right, get it how I like it, and show Rise or show my people that I'm working with? Why is that so hard? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of things I can say, but also at the end of the day, it takes time, and it's not something that you can really rush. But of course, if you're really strict on it, I can do it. It's just I haven't been very strict on me this whole week. This whole week I've just been like basically after I eat, I sleep, wake up, play some games, make some food, eat, and then I get tired and I take a nap for like an hour or two. Okay, that's kind of been the schedule of my week. Basically that's how things been going, but I will be hopping back onto my grind, especially for tomorrow and the next, and then etc. Because I really mean business, and I really want to get things done, and I'm very serious about it. It's just that I don't know, I feel like this week has just been like a whole rest week, a whole take it easy kind of week. Of course I'm still doing things on the side, still doing the podcast, still wanting to do the originals, but it's definitely been not as productive as I would like it to be. But of course, try not to be too harsh on myself. Of course, get things done, but also don't just don't kick yourself down too much. These things take time, and it sounds like a lot of excuses, which it kind of is too. But it's also like I gotta make sure that I am okay too, like I'm healthy, and that I can continue. Because for the most part, it's also that I'm kind of relaxing also because there's a couple of things on my mind, such as just thinking about what would be the next step forward, what would be the best for that, and also thinking about what would things like thinking about like what is gonna happen. Yeah, just thinking about the next step, thinking about what's gonna come next, and how do I want to get there? What am I willing to kind of sacrifice, or what is gonna look like? What it's gonna be like? How am I gonna deal with different scenarios, different situations? Just things that comes to mind, which is like personal life, because of course I'm trying to get all my business done. But if I'm always working, then what about my personal life? What about family? What about relationships? What about friends? So it's like, what about my personal life? How am I going to deal with all that? How do I deal with all that? How do I manage that? How do I balance that? Like trying to balance my work life and my personal life. I guess you can say it's been on my mind this whole week, where I'm trying to understand my personal life and my business life, and where those intersects, and where do I put them? How do I make time for both of them, or do I make time for both of them, or what is business, what is personal? Am I going too far into business? Am I going too far into personal? Am I, what do I want? Of course, if I'm trying to push this forward, I can't really necessarily have like a personal life. Not that I can't have like a personal life, or things like that. But it's just, if I'm trying to get business done, then it does get difficult to get a personal life going on. So the more I think about things like that, the more it's on my mind, and it weighs on me, and I have to internalize it. I have to let it digest. I have to think about it. So I think about scenarios. I think about situations. I think about how I feel about this, how I feel about that. What would be my answers, and what do I think is best? And when I think in that sense, and I go back to it, that's how I kind of analyze everything and try to digest everything. And of course, I can ask friends, ask family too. The only thing is that if I don't have it digested yet, then I find it difficult for me to explain it to someone, or find it difficult for me to listen to someone, because as I'm listening to, I'm like digesting it myself, and that makes it really difficult for me to catch what they're trying to say or what they're trying to give me. So as I'm trying to digest all this, I also want to work on my music. I also want to post podcasts. I also want to post content. So I guess you can say this week has been a resting week, but also a week of understanding my personal life, understanding my business life, and how I can balance the two, and what kind of sacrifices am I making, because if I'm pushing towards, being an artist, making songs, making content, where does my personal life stand in that? How do I make time for that? And what does that time look like? And what can I do? And what can't I do? What do I want to do? What don't I want to do? And where does the future look like? If this is the route I'm taking, what does the future business look like? What does the future personal life look like? And what do I want? And just trying to balance everything out. And as I think about it more, it's a lot more to think about, and it's a lot more that's coming. Of course, you play it by ear, and you just move forward, and lesson learned, you take it one step at a time. Of course, I understand, but it's just that it's something that's kind of weighing on me, on my mind, on my heart, and it's just making me feel as I'm trying to understand all of it. It makes me feel very, not concerned, but it makes me feel when I don't have an answer to a question, then that makes me feel, very curious and also very like frustrated, or not frustrated, but very like I want to have an answer, but I don't know what the answer is. Like I'm trying to figure it out. This is what I want, but then it's also like, is that true? Is that exactly how I want? Well, what's the best answer? But if that answer is, if that's my answer, then what about this? Is that my answer too, or do I believe in that, or is that true? Is that correct? So as I'm thinking about it more and more, it's just a matter of internalizing, letting it digest, and having that time to just let it sit and trying to understand where I stand, because this is all new to me. Of course, there's a lot of things that's changing, and a lot of things that's different for me, like working with Rise, and like trying to be an doing actual artist stuff, like trying, what is that road gonna look like? And these are all new changes to me, and these are all my like growing pains, and these are all like new things for me. Like I haven't been an artist before, and this is me going to be into an artist, or going into that route of, yes, I am an artist now. But it's also like internalizing all that, understanding all that, because yes, I can't just go in blind, but I don't like going into things blind, and I don't like to go do things on a whim, and I don't like to not have an answer. I don't like to do that, because I like to be sure of myself. I like to be to understand what is where is what's my answers, my questions, where I stand, so I don't make mistakes, because I don't want to make mistakes. Not that I don't want to make mistakes, but I don't want to make mistakes that I'll regret like for the rest of my life, or something of that sort. I want to be sure of myself. Of course, I can't prevent all my mistakes, and I can't prevent all my regrets, but it's just a matter of, I want to make sure that everything is as good as I can at the moment, like that I can understand. I have answers for my questions, and I know where I stand, and I know how I feel, so trying to just understand like personal life, business, where does that stand, and separating it, and also where do I stand, how does that look like in the future, so there's a lot of all that. But anyways, that's enough for that for now, because that's already 13 minutes basically about just me, just my day. If you've gone that far, then it's just whatever. But anyways, I know it's getting kind of lazy for that, but let's move on a little bit. Interesting topic that I have in mind. So I do skincare, of course. I have a night routine, a morning routine. I started off skincare with like a Careology, which is pretty interesting. It was pretty well, but then I also I felt like I wanted to do something a little bit more, and I felt like I needed something a little bit more, but it's really difficult to kind of figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, if you've never done skincare before. So because I never done skincare before, Careology is the first one, I felt like it was good. I feel like, for the most part, I was getting good results. I feel like there was nothing that stands out to me. So I also did some more with April Skin. April Skin is like a brand. Now I'm doing a lot of their products, but it's also like, is this the best results that I kind of want? I feel like, one of the mistakes that I had was that I was cleansing too much, or my cleanser was a little bit too strong. And I didn't realize that until like a year or so, like 6 months, or like, a while. Because like I was breaking out, having breakouts, and I was having dryness, and I was having enlarged pores, and it was like, what's going on? And before I realized, I was like, because my cleanser was too strong, or like I'm cleansing even if I was cleansing once a day, it was still too strong of a cleanser. So I was like, I need something lighter, which I did use something lighter. But then when I went use April Skin, their cleansers was actually too strong for my skin. So that was actually not good. So growing pains, having scars, skin scars, acne scars, or things like that, or large pores, things like that. So it's like, well, that kind of sucks, but well. You learn as you go, and also it's like there's no one answer for all. But I'm enjoying April Skin, but also I'm thinking to myself, I might want to go back and try some Careology, but I don't know exactly what that would be like. What would be the next step moving forward? Like skin care, wrinkles. I don't know. It's like I don't have anything to really compare my skin to, so it's not like. It's kind of like trial and error. If you ever do skincare, it's like, does this work or does this not work? Does it give me good results or does it not give me good results? And you kind of just have to monitor your skin yourself. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So who knows? But skincare costs money, and I'm tight on money, so it's not like I can have I can just keep trying a lot of things. But I would like to try Careology again at some point, because I think that it did give me some good results, or at least it was good results. But I'm not sure exactly, like if that was because I did Careology, or was that because I was just so new to skincare. I don't know. But we'll see. So far, my current skincare routine has been pretty well, treating me pretty well, because like I said, I was recovering from the back end of like having a really bad cleanser, and just have a like everything else was good, but I was just cleansing. I was cleansing twice a day, and also the cleanser was too strong, so it was like destroying my skin basically, like making it too dry, having breakouts. So now I only cleanse once a day with a really gentle cleanser, like a foam cleanser. It's just very very gentle and not scrubbing too hard. And also the first cleanse is like water and like not even soap, but like just like water, or like less soap, but it's like I use like what's it called? Dr. Squatch. They're body soaps, men body soaps. And just like, of course, I don't like crazy rub my face, but I just like use some of the softer soap, and then just lather it up a little bit, and then, not necessarily scrub my face, but just, little massages to my face, the little massages, so that just any oil that doesn't come off because of water, then I can use that to rub off the oil, or, anything that's like doesn't come off easy. But it's been giving me good results. I feel like I haven't I haven't had any breakouts. I haven't had any breakouts. I feel like my skin feels good, feels decent, feels soft. Like I'm not having any issues. The only kind of thing that's been running into for me for my skincare is that I wake up kind of late. So it's because let's say if I sleep late and I wake up late, then it's like 12 before when I wake up at 12, and it's already been like from 12 to like 9. The sun has been hitting my face, and I haven't had sunscreen, because sunscreen is important. But yeah, skincare, making sure everything's okay. Growing pains, but it's a trial and error, like all things. Oh my gosh, I wish I had more. I wish I knew more about it. So it's just like it's whatever. It's whatever. Don't think about it. Anyways, next topic. I can talk more about skincare later. I can talk more about everything else today. What else can I talk about? There's a lot of things I can talk about. Of course, I don't need time to digest things. Let's see. Okay, next topic we can talk about is my physical health, which is like how my body functions, like growing muscles, or like working out, diet. Right now my diet is pretty consistent. I don't know exactly how much I'm eating, or I have an idea of how much I'm eating. I just don't know the exact counts, because I do weigh things, but I don't like keep track of how much I'm eating. Like, not keep track, but I'm not counting the calorie stats. Like, I know a general idea of how much calories coming in. I just don't know the exact number, because I'm not keeping an exact count. But I eat about 250 grams of meat, like pork. Right now I'm really enjoying pork, so 250 grams of pork, and about 150 grams of like just something quick for breakfast, which is like what do I call it, like chicken, kind of like chicken nuggets, but they're not chicken nuggets, but they're like chicken that's kind of frozen, and it's like crust, kind of like a chicken nugget but not a chicken nugget. But I just need that for something morning easy, and it goes down. And then of course I have like fried fish, not exactly that it's fried, but it's like crusted bread crud, crispy, like kind of breaded fish. It's just like a small thing, and it's like 50 grams or something, or like 60 grams, 70 grams, and basically have that, and the like kind of like chicken nuggets thing in the morning. And of course I have veggies, and I have pickles, or like spring mix and pickles, and that's like a morning breakfast for me. And then of course I have the 250 grams of pork, and then of course I have potatoes, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, and onions, and green onion, or red onions, green onion, and boil it, and then have that, and then of course I have some spring mix and pickles with my pork too, because I like, I don't know. So far I've been really enjoying spring mix and pickles, so I have that, and I eat that as my dinner. So those are like my two big meals. Everything else in between is like bananas, watermelons, watermelon, strawberries, and I have sparkling water if I feel like I need it, because if I feel like the food's not really going down and I need something to make it go down, so I have sparkling water. But as of right now, I think I'm good. Like, I've enjoying the food so much that I don't really need that sparkling water anymore. So I think I'm gonna take that out for right now, until I need it again. So stop eating that with my dinners and my breakfast, because if I don't need it, then I shouldn't. I only need it as like a clutch, so that I can get the food down a lot easier. Like, maybe the food's a little dry, or maybe the food's like getting bland for me, you know. Oh, and also I enjoy like a slice of American cheese with my breakfast, because I just rip it and then put it on the thing and then let it air fry, because I use air fry, so I let it air fry and then cooks on the cheese. And I don't know why, but the cheese just helps everything goes down easier, and also it helps me with just consuming it. And it's not like it's only like 50 calories, so it's not that even that much. But yeah, that's basically like my meals. Watermelon, yeah, and then everything in between is like watermelon, banana, strawberry. I also have like 28 grams of pistachios, so that's like about 160 calories, and then like 56 grams, 56 grams of like beef jerky for protein, and also it's not that calorie dense, so it's like only 58 grams of beef jerky is only like 150 or like 180 grams or 180 calories. So that's like what? So with like the pistachio and the beef jerky, that's like 300, or like let's say 400 calories. 400 calories plus the 250 pork plus the my breakfast. Then that's around, I would say probably around, with the, so 400 for pistachios and beef jerky plus the meat. That's probably like 700, 800, let's say 800, and then plus the breakfast, that's probably, with that's probably, because with the kind of chicken nuggets thing, they're like 150 maybe calories, and then with the fish thing, that's probably like 100 calories. Then that's probably about 110 or 1,000, about 1,100, like let's say around that ballpark. And then including the veggies and fruits, they're not very calorie dense, but they do have calories, but they're not very calorie dense. But let's say 110, 100, 1,100, 1.1. Let's say 1.1k, and then with the veggies and stuff, that's probably like 1.2. Let's say 1.2, just as an estimate right now. So I have 1.2 so I have 1,200 calories. Like, that's like my daily calories intake. Just about somewhere in that ballpark. And for me to maintain, or for me to drop, I need to eat below like 1.5, so like 1,500, so around that ballpark. So that's about what I'm juggling. But of course, with this week, I've been kind of hungry, and also if I'm working out, then of course I get hungry too. Then I try not, I try to eat more fruits and more vegetables. If I feel like I'm getting more hungry now, add more vegetables, like more, so that so that I can like kind of pad my, get those fibers and pad my diet, so that it's a healthier option to like eating like a muffin, or eating like an extra serving of pistachios, or extra serving of beef jerky. It's like a better alternative. But of course, I eat like mornings or like in the afternoon, and then my dinner is always at night, or like later at night, because I can't sleep on an empty stomach. So I have to eat food and then sleep, because if I don't do that, then and if I'm hungry, then I'll make it really difficult for me to fall asleep, basically. So I eat my dinner late at night so that I can go to sleep right after, because I like to sleep on a full stomach, or I like to sleep when I'm not hungry. So if I'm hungry, I can't really sleep unless I'm really dead tired. Then I can sleep. But I would not wake up feeling rested, and I would feel very hungry waking up. I would wake up like only having 6 hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep, and I would want to eat something. After I eat, boom, I'm like knocking out. I have to go back to sleep. So it's not good for me if I don't eat and sleep, or if I don't eat at night where I can sleep. But yeah, okay, yeah. So that's pretty fun. That's basically my nutrition, my diet. For like, and it's been working for me pretty well. Like that's the same diet I've been having for like the last 5 months now. Since like March. So like that's about January, February, March, April, May, June, July, June. So that's about 4 months, 3 months, 2 months. Let's say 3 months. 3 months of consistently kind of eating like that. Of course, there's times when I add more. I have another servings of pistachios, have another servings of beef jerky, or had more sweets, or had different things. Like it's consistent like that. That's the basic. That's the base of my diet. But of course, there's been things that goes in, things that comes out, or there's things that swap around. But that's been my main kind of diet basically plan. And it's been helping me. I was like 150. So my natural weight, if I just eat how I feel and just do my things, I'm like around 160, 158. That's like my resting weight. Like if I was just to eat and to be comfortable and just eat whatever I like and just live comfortably, I'm like 160, 158. And right now I'm like 145, 144. So about 15 pounds or 10 pounds. You want to look at it like 15, 10, 13 pounds. Let's just say 15 pounds because I'm planning to drop to 140 anyways. So, and I have hit 142. So by the end of this month, I hope to hit 140, but we'll see. I don't want to drop too quick because I don't want to be scrawny. I still want to maintain strength and I still want to be as strong as I can be. But of course I want to be at 140. So as I'm dropping weight, I'm also, I'm making sure that I'm taking care of myself. But anyways, yeah, I'm not trying to drop too fast, and I'm not trying to just cut everything and shred and lose weight and just lose muscles and be scrawny. Because I still want to be strong. I want to be athletic, but I want to drop to 140. So as I'm making that decline, I'm making it kind of slow too, because I'm not trying to drop too fast. But yeah. But overall, I feel like I look better. I feel like I feel better, and overall, my nutrition has been working for me very well. It's basically like this. Some days you're heavier, some days you're lighter, and you slowly go down. Right now, it went down, and then now it's like climbing up a little bit, and then it's like maintaining like down here. But yeah, so basically that's how that's been going on, and so far it's been going well, and just so far that this week I just been eating more sweets, like because I have a sweet tooth, so I've been eating high chews and having that. Usually I just eat chocolate, like one piece of chocolate, or like just dark chocolate, like just one piece of dark chocolate for dessert, and also to kill the cravings, and also to stop my it just feels better after meals, and also stop cravings, and also it's like a sweet tooth thing. But of course, if I do that, and then I usually have gum afterwards, because gum helps with just me feeling more full, and also just not eating as much sweets. So I would as many gum as I need, because it's yes, gum has calories, but it's minuscule basically. It's very small, but of course don't eat crazy amount of gum. But I mean a good amount of probably handfuls of gum every now and then. Not every now and then, but I'm eating gum to help pad my hunger, my appetite, and also it just helps me just have something to chew, so that I'm not really thinking about food as much, or that I'm not feeling as hungry, so I can keep going if I just have some gum, so that it helps me move forward, and also not eat sweets and other things that are worse. I'd rather have a handful of gum than a muffin. Because a muffin has a lot of calories, sweets, baked goods, carbs. There's a lot of things. So it's would you rather have this cookie or rather have these gums? For your diet, I'd rather have these gums than this cookie, because the cookie is calories and the cookie is, sweet, and the cookie has carbs, and it's just it's a lot. So it's no, gum out. It's, of course, in the perfect world, you'd rather just have none of that and just be able to thrive on yourself. But it's that's really difficult, and also I'm not trying to exactly. Starve myself either. I want to try to maintain a healthy diet and decline all the way to 140, and hopefully maintain 140 around that area. So, but yeah, as I'm doing that, I'm just okay. Slowly drop. But yeah, so I have candies, but yeah, this way I've been eating a little bit more candy, and also I do have my cheat days. Not exactly a exact day, this day I will always cheat, or this day I want to cheat. It's more so after a month, or after a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, I'll be I feel I'm a little bit more hungry. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. Let's eat. let's eat a little bit more. Let's eat some noodles, or let's eat spicy noodles, or let's eat like eggs. Let's add more into our daily calorie, and then that's what I do. And then but it's not every day, and it's not a consistent thing. It's just more like I'm feeling quite hungry, and I'm feeling kind of down. I'm feeling like I want to lift myself up a little bit. Let's eat to our full, so it's like that. Or like, let's say there's a celebration with rice, or like or like someone's birthday, then I'm like, okay, go join them the birthday. I can kind of eat to my feel, or just eat how I feel like, because it's just like, okay, just enjoying the party, and also just not worrying about the calories too much. Of course, you gotta stick to your plan if you're gonna drop, but if you've been sticking to your plan, 1 day is not gonna hurt you, 2 days not gonna hurt you. It's gonna take more than like once or twice to really hurt you. Like if you're doing it for a whole week, yeah, that's gonna hurt you. But that doesn't mean that you can come back for it. That doesn't mean that your progression is gonna stop there. It just means that that your progress will go down, stay here, and then when you do that, it's gonna maybe go up a little bit and then come back down. As like, if you're consistent, it doesn't matter, because you're consistent. You're gonna go down no matter what. Just gotta make sure that you're consistent and that you're keeping yourself accountable. Like, of course, in a perfect world, you don't want to have any cheat days. In a perfect world, you don't want to overeat at all. In a perfect world, you just want to eat how you're told to eat or how you want to eat, and boom, you drop weight. But of course, the world's not perfect, and also that's not a great. You can live life like that, but that's not very enjoyable for me personally. So it's like, it's not something I want to do. So I have some leeways, and it's just like, I want to live life a little bit too. Of course, I want to look good, but I also want to live life a little bit and enjoy myself, enjoy things, and not have to worry about so much about, oh, I gotta do this, gotta do that, because you kind of stop living life a bit. Oh wow, we're already out of time. But thank you for listening to episode 7, I believe this is this. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next episode. Hopefully we can talk more about my dieting, my physical, and also we can talk about my injuries, or just how I'm doing physically, like muscles growing, and how I feel about my body. If everything's moving correctly, and like if I have anything that's worrying me, then we can talk about skincare. We can talk about other things too. But thank you for listening. Hope that it's been fun, and I'll catch you on episode 8.